So with regards to self-love and affirmations, it's been getting a lot of interest and attention lately on social media platforms such as TikTok and so on, where influencers and people who call themselves life coaches or whatever will very much kind of purport the idea that this is the be-all and end-all of psychology, and that it's got a lot of wonderful, miraculous ways of making people feel better about themselves or more productive about their days, getting out of bed, that type of thing. And I definitely think that it has a place in the world of positive psychology, and in a world where people are generally kind of brought down by their day-to-day environments, and where a lot of negative imagery can influence the way that people feel about themselves. These types of affirmations do definitely have a place, and they do definitely have an important part in terms of a holistic management of somebody's or of a person's motivation and so on. I do think that they should always be used as part of kind of a bigger scheme of things, and if people are experiencing psychological difficulties, then those types of difficulties should be dealt with on a multimodal basis. Having said that, self-love and affirmation is a very, very important thing, and it is a very positive thing and an easy thing that people can do for themselves as part of this kind of self-care routine. And I think at its root, it is part of something bigger called cognitive behavioral therapy, where we create a kind of a language that we think in and a way that we think about ourselves, and that language can be influenced by the way we talk to ourselves. So those affirmations at their root will then form part of the way that we talk to ourselves. And if one affirmation becomes part of the entire language that we use when speaking to ourselves, I think that can bring about a lot of positive change for people. How do you fall in love with yourself? I don't think, as with anything, that love can be forced. And that you can fall in love with somebody that you genuinely dislike. So to get to the root of an issue, if you genuinely do not love yourself, if you feel dislike towards yourself, I don't think affirmations are necessarily going to cure that. However, starting at a point and addressing the things that cause you to not like yourself or cause you to not love yourself, as well as looking at the parts of yourself that you maybe do like and that you maybe do love, and seeing yourself as an integrated whole of parts that are less and more acceptable, and coming to terms with the less acceptable parts, I think are a good step to begin with. So when it comes to finding the kind of self-affirmation and the root of doing these things, it's best to look at what fits you. What type of person you are, what type of modalities are the things that get you going. A lot of people are visual people, a lot of people need things to be written down for them. They like to see words. Those types of people would typically have their affirmations written down, maybe on the bathroom mirror or on the mirror in the morning when they're doing their hair or brushing their teeth. And then read those affirmations. There are people who are more auditory in nature and would want to speak those affirmations. But the important thing is not necessarily the way in which you do that affirmation, but the way in which you integrate it into your life. So the things that you write for yourself or the things that you say to yourself should be born from belief. They should be born from reality, what you think about yourself, what you envision for yourself. To go a generic route, for instance, I think would be less helpful in these situations. So as long as the approach and the specific affirmations of it are individualized, I think they're going to be of more benefit to you.